welcome to the Experience Podcast. It's just me again this week, and we're back with commentary, part two. But as I have to mention every time, sometimes part two gets more listens than part one. I don't know why. I don't know who you people are that are just tuning in for a part two. It's not like a movie where sometimes they're like, okay, you can see the sequel, but you don't need to know anything that happened. Like, they explain it all. No. This is like, we're literally starting at 18 minutes and 11 seconds into this episode. Or, we're starting into the episode that we're doing a commentary on. So, you're not going to know any of the context from the first third of this episode. So, good luck if you're just tuning in now. But if you don't, I'm not going to say don't listen to this. Obviously, keep listening. Because, yeah. But I just want to know what's going on in your head that you're like, it'll be fine. We'll just move on. Anyway, so let me catch you guys back up. Again, I say this, I try to say this every time. I haven't listened to this episode since we recorded it, so it's very fresh to me. It's been 6-7 years now, so I don't remember anything. But in this episode, we're talking with Peter, Connor, myself, and Peter. We're talking. It's titled "What Women Look For in Men." I don't really know if we've answered that yet. Maybe we have, and we were talking about, because earlier in the episode we were talking about Peter's dating and cookout and all that. But anyway, now we're basically, for some reason, this episode has always been about Tanner. So I don't know why, but he's a good friend of mine. So apparently he doesn't realize that. That was also litigated in this first part, is that he doesn't realize he's a friend of mine. But anyway, let's get back into it. This is episode number 19, What Women Look For in Men. We got Connor, myself, and Peter, and we're right at 18 minutes and 11 seconds. So let's go.
It's more than a joke. That's how many letters the word is.
The gold tier.
The gold tier. Mm-hmm. So the gold tier, that for $35.99, as you said,
mm-hmm.
and that gives you the podcast a whole 10 minutes.
10 minutes. That's a long time.
Yep.
And so at this point, you're giving Tanner depression.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Well, we have a platinum tier.
We have a platinum tier.
Oh my God.
We're not finished.
$59.99.
$59.99 a month. And this gets you the podcast a whole.
Can you guess, Peter?
You gotta guess.
I, to be honest, was zoning out for a bit and didn't even
Anyway,
do
it's
that.
15 minutes early
15
for the
minutes
platinum
early.
tier at $59.99. Now, keep in mind, when you buy this tier,
Yeah.
it is a 24-month locked subscription.
Yes.
You cannot get out of it. Ironclad is what they call it. It's a 24-month ironclad subscription. I think it's worth it for our listeners. I think you're not gonna regret signing up.
I mean, it's you can't it's a big contract.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is after those 2 years, you're gonna want to make. 10
You're gonna want to
more.
do it again. Yeah. You're gonna tell your friends to do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, pretty good. And
an
someone
announcement to
told me
make.
that I can make an announcement. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll save it for later. We got to keep the teas alive.
The teas.
Because I'm pretty sure. So these
I
episodes.
drink a lot of tea.
Tea.
What kind of tea do you like?
Green tea, chamomile, and mint. Those are my three favorites. But I like decaffeinated green tea because I tend to drink tea after 4 o'clock. And if I have caffeine after 4 o'clock, I don't get to bed in time.
Oh, what are you? 12 years old?
I go to bed usually around like 10:30 or 11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All my classes are early in the morning. And I wake up at either 6:45 or 7:45 every morning. So,
That's good.
and fun fact, I get 8 hours of sleep and I'm still horribly exhausted every single day. It's great.
Do you have low iron or?
No. I think I might have hyperthyroidism.
Yeah, you have. No, would it be hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism?
Well, being tired is with hypo, but at the same time I'm mildly anxious and have high blood pressure.
So that would be
Okay.
hyper.
And really high metabolism, fast metabolism.
And so for that, you have to consume radioactive sugar or something.
Sure.
Okay. I think
No idea what that was a reference to, but I am
How's the running
a fan
going
of that.
along?
I'm still doing it. I went on a barefoot run in the rain on Thursday.
Okay.
On concrete.
Yeah, it tore up my feet a bit.
Why did you do that?
I felt like it.
No, I'm just not. You're not gonna feel like that in 30 years.
Yeah. You
No,
could've-
that's why I'm doing it now.
Why didn't you just
Yeah.
run inside?
I hate running on a track.
Oh,
On
really?
a treadmill.
You like to feel the breeze?
I do. And it's not the same on your joints because you're not actually moving forward. You're just moving your feet along the ground versus pushing yourself with it.
He's done the science for it, Connor.
He knows
you're
his
right.
Yeah,
Yes.
he does. He knows his stuff.
It hurts my ankles and knees a bit more.
Okay.
And so I don't really like track running too much, but it's flat which is nice. So Connor, you don't know this, but
No, I don't run.
most days before practice, that's not what I was making a reference to, but thanks for sharing that.
He
of
got
course.
the second best mile and a half time for the Navy SEAL challenge.
Really?
I
You
told
did the Navy
Owen
SEAL
his
challenge?
time, which was like 8.5 minutes, I think.
No, it was like 7.5 minutes, but
That is not true. But
For a mile and a half, no, he did 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes. I think,
right,
which is insane because Owen did like 10.5.
right.
He didn't believe it was a real thing,
No.
but he really still doesn't believe that you really did 8.5, whatever.
he
mile
really
and a
doesn't believe it.
mile and a
I
half.
should have been there.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
well.
were both there.
Yeah, well, but he wasn't there like see me,
No,
running the
or maybe he did.
How'd
just
you do on the
like
other
left.
events?
fine.
You didn't do the push-ups.
No, I did do the push-ups, but they didn't record it. I saw that. They
Yeah,
didn't
I
type
saw
it in.
that. So you didn't get ranked.
I didn't get ranked.
My roommate, or my suite mate rather, he did, I think it was the sit-ups or something, but whoever was doing it with him only gave him half the time allotted. But he still was able to do it. I think it was like it might have been the push-ups, but he got 51 in 1 minute.
That's impressive.
It was impressive.
That's pretty good. He
Right.
did none.
I did 0. Yeah.
Push-ups are
I just kind of laid there because I have to get like lay in the guy's like fist, and
Yeah.
I was like, he's just nice sitting here.
So it's the first time I've ever been touched. So
Yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna
gonna
just lean into
No,
literally
but
lean
the-
into this one.
The
Yeah.
same suite mate actually threw up after running the 2 miles. He
Yeah, that
pushed
wasn't-
himself a bit too hard.
Is it a mile and a half?
It's about-
It was
Did
a
he do
mile.
2
It
miles?
rounds up. It rounds up.
That's why he threw up.
Probably
He
why
went
he
2
threw up.
miles.
And then he was all sweaty, and he had to get to class in 5 minutes, so he changed into the Navy SEAL shirt and then went to class.
Oh gosh,
Right?
it's a good shirt this year. though.
It did look like a really good shirt.
Why didn't
I
you do
wish.
it?
I think I had something during the time. I can't remember what.
I don't think you did.
Well, because it was like until 6, right?
Yeah, but it was like the whole day,
Thursday.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a whole day.
It was the whole
Right.
day.
Well, I forgot
All day
about it.
Thursday.
There we
Right,
go.
There we go. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think I could do very many push-ups.
Why not? Well,
I've
the
got-
dad,
oh,
the
I
dad
guess y'all
body
can't
that you
see
have.
this.
Yeah. So
My arms are twigs.
and Peter also
Oh.
is a full blown dad body.
I don't really. I mean, I've got a.
When you
I don't really
run,
call it
it accentuates more.
It
though.
does.
Because so when
Dad
he runs belly first.
I do.
He's
Oh,
kind of
okay.
kicking his feet back while he
I
runs.
do.
I'm pausing here, and I'm remembering watching Peter. I mean, I don't mean I've just seen Peter run. I forget when. It was just because we did band practice and we'd be on the field, and so we would be running or whatever. And it's like watching it, or no, because he would go for runs before rehearsal, because the field that we had marching band practice on was, a large, grass, or actually it was a turf field. It was about the size. I want to say it was about the length of like 1.5 football fields, and then like 1.5 football fields wide. I want to say that's the length. I could be completely wrong, so someone can correct me. Maybe it was like 2.5. It was more than football fields. It might have been about 2 football fields long. Anyway, but then around it was a track, right? So you could like a running track, and so like during rehearsal. Well, first of all, during rehearsal, like there would be people like running while we were doing rehearsal. It's like, okay, you got to keep your stuff off the track, or whatever, and that was it was annoying, but it's like, whatever, we got to, it made sense. We had to respect the people who were able to use the track, because the marching band reserves just 1 football field's worth of the entire field for rehearsal, but then everything else is like fair game. So anyway, but Peter would, and other people too, would do like run a few miles before rehearsal. I don't know why you would, because rehearsal can be kind of a lot. So, but people did it. I guess it's when people are available and you're already there. It like kind of makes sense. And Peter runs belly first, like, with his like legs kicking himself. It's like such a strange running posture. I've never seen it, but anyway. But I'm glad that he's great. Again, I'm glad that Peter's a great sport about it, and he understands. He knows it. So let's keep going back to it.
They splay out, so I've got
Yeah.
knock knees.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Every section of my body has something weird to it. I've got a very large forehead. My teeth, I've got a huge overbite, and then they're off center. So my jaw is off center.
Not a very
Um,
attractive person, as I guess
I'm a
we're
very
getting
attractive
at.
person.
We're
My
going through all your
chest-
physical
Yeah,
problems.
My chest is like the bones are warped, basically.
So it kind of
Bones.
rounds out. It kind of
Yeah, it's
rounds
fun.
towards
There's
the center.
3 parts. It's weird.
It's like a camel hump,
I've got
Yeah.
knock knees.
but on the stomach,
Yeah,
on the
you- I- like
underside.
just
It's
this
an
rib.
underside camel hump.
Yeah.
Camel hump. I'm
Right.
sorry. Go, but your knees.
And then, so my knees, if I've got my feet forward and I'm standing up, my knee, and I bend my knees, they bend into each other. So I can't do squats very, squats, you're supposed to have your feet forward, but whenever I do that, my knees bump into each other.
Could you do it different? Would it be
Well,
different?
no,
like
I
a
do
leg press or
end up
something?
doing it differently with squats, and I can do squats, but the physical trainers in track would always yell at me because they're like, you got to have your feet forward. And I'm like, sir, my knees work differently than everybody else's does.
You have to be on the special. You have to be in like a box on the
Basically, right.
side. Like, this is the special squatter.
And then my feet go out and my pinkies are sideways. My pinky toes, not my pinkies. It's fun.
So it sounds like he's very self-conscious.
He's
about his
got a
problems.
lot of these.
He's got a lot of
Oh, no,
physical
I don't
problems.
care about anyone.
Oh, you just know them.
I just know them.
Yes,
Right.
you're just
Aware.
knowledgeable. Like,
I
I've
just-
got all these.
I'm
On
issues.
your cookout dates, you say, here's the list of all my
I don't
You
physical
just take it out.
problems.
You're like, I've
I
got
don't
this.
tell most people
This,
this in the
this.
first.
He's got pictures. It's a whole.
I didn't know if you could see that my teeth were like this.
He has
but-
handouts.
It's
Yeah.
more of an interesting fact.
It's a
and then
brochure.
Uh-huh.
I always like following it up with the fact that my family is from Alabama and Louisiana.
So?
And that, the joke about Alabama is there's inbreeding, and inbreeding causes mild physical deformities. And normally people laugh at that, but when I say the joke like that with no actual punchline, people don't laugh.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Thank you.
so
That just sounds weird.
It is kind of weird.
it,
But it's
it,
fun.
it seems like it's hurtful to Alabamians. I
Yeah.
think who aren't inbred.
Even the
Right.
ones that are inbred.
Even
few.
the ones that are inbred.
Yeah.
Well, I think they laugh.
Oh, we never
They-
closed the curtain. Maybe we should close it. Yeah.
Why do you think
well,
people
it's
care?
a sneak peek. I mean, our fans out there.
The fans who are just pounding on the door to
just
get in.
standing at the door.
For those who can't see, do you know for the Good Morning America how there's all those people out there in signs?
Yeah, we should get
with
that.
We've got the same exact thing going on currently. There's
Yeah.
about, what would you say, 50, 60 people?
It's
out there?
about
Yeah,
50, 60 people.
Yeah, 50 or 60 people.
It's hard to
working
estimate
outside.
because there's so many people cluttered
Yeah.
together in one small area.
Before, while Daniel couldn't shut up, I was counting the signs, and about, I would say,
When I couldn't.
40 of them are for Connor.
Yeah.
6 of them are for Daniel, and 4 of them, I don't know how they knew it was going to be for me. But
Wow, they knew
that's,
you were
they're
coming on.
impressive.
That is
We
not
didn't announce
bad.
it on. We should
No.
we should announce guests on Instagram and post like pictures.
should.
But
we
really
should.
bad pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah, like your worst picture.
right, that you just find.
just wanna be
Just like
running
they're
through
just like
deep
standing
dive.
like just like looking off somewhere else.
I think that's a great idea, actually.
I will do that. So for you're bringing some spoilers for next week's episode.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, so here's the story of how we met these people.
Is it? Are they guaranteed to?
They are guaranteed to come.
You said 12%. That's
I
why I
said
got
12%.
Peter. That's why I was like, all right, let me get Peter. 'Cause-
Well, I'm not offended by that at all.
I had a backup to
No,
back.
no. Because like I was gonna get you on, but like Connor said, like, oh, I have some people, but he always says this.
I said a lot.
99% of the guests that we bring on are me.
Yeah.
Not 99. It's about 90.
How many guests have we had on?
Podcast 19B.
Well, we had Nadia, me,
Oh my God.
Bonnie,
we're gonna
me,
go through this.
Tanner, me,
Right.
Libby, me.
Oh, you had Libby on?
Yeah, we had Libby
Oh,
on.
wasn't she one of your first?
Yeah, she was the first
Yeah,
guest.
she was our first
Yeah,
guest.
I need to listen to that one. Libby's my dad for the Rats, which is a reference very few people are gonna.
And speaking
No-
of
no one's gonna
Libby,
get it.
and speaking of Steven Aceto,
Yeah.
and speaking of Connor, and speaking of Nadia, we'll have an announcement later.
And speaking of you.
And speaking of me,
Yeah.
as I'm speaking about myself,
Yeah.
we'll have an announcement later.
I'm pausing here. I don't remember what this announcement is. I think I might know it. I don't know why I'm teasing it so much. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what this announcement is, but okay. Yeah, we'll go another like 10 minutes or so, and then we'll probably wrap up. So let's keep going.
I'm sorry, go ahead. So yeah, most of the guests are me.
That seemed to be.
Why are
All
we
of
talking
them.
about that?
Huh?
Why are we talking
Because
about
he's bringing on.
Oh,
guests
he's bringing
for-
on-
I'm
that's
bringing on
right.
guests, but before you interrupt
What are their
me.
names?
Well, should I reveal their names? Their actual names?
No,
No,
let's
make
just
up names.
Maybe-
make-
okay, so we have
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Stephanie,
Uh-huh.
and we have
Geraldine.
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 We have Stephanie and Geraldine, and they are great because we met them at a networking event.
Is this okay? Are you telling the real story? Or are you telling?
I'm
the fake
telling
Story?
the fake story.
No. We should do a thing where you tell the real. Oh, it's too late now. Like you tell
Right,
two
right,
stories.
right.
One is the real story,
is
and
real,
one
one
is
is
the
fake.
fake.
Oh,
You have to
so
figure
good.
out which one is which.
Well, we could still do that.
It's still technically a networking event that I met them at.
Okay, yeah. So here's an idea. Okay, we're gonna play a game. So
Okay.
you tell two different stories.
Okay.
Okay, you can make it mostly the same, but then like change certain things. So the networking event is gonna be the same,
Okay.
and we have to figure out which one is the real story.
I don't think this is going to turn out as well.
This is gonna go. well.
It's
This is gonna
not.
go well.
It's definitely not.
Okay.
Could you not scoot away from
Well,
the mic?
that was it was for
It was to wind up.
it was to wind up. Okay, so here's
That's just.
We're going to be introducing a new game for this segment where, in fact, we've got Connor. I almost forgot his name for a second. He's going to be telling 2 stories, one of which will be.
Well, because the other thing is the audience can play.
And pausing here. So I do remember this. I don't remember their actual name. I'm sorry. I should remember their names. But yeah, Tanner and Connor did meet a couple people, a couple women, I would say, and they brought them onto the show. It was the only episode ever, I believe, that I was not on. And Connor and Tanner basically hosted that podcast. So I'm still surprised they did that. And I believe we did a commentary of that episode already. Yeah, I think it was episode 20. Yeah, it was the next one. So yeah, it was episode 20, the meta episode. We did that one already. So yeah, crazy. Okay, back into it.
Play along as well.
Yeah. So, and this will be exciting for them because this is the first time we've had the
I
audience
was
have to use their
interrupted, but
brain.
we're fine.
at
Yeah,
the
we've
podcast.
never had to make the audience use their brain before.
Yes.
This is just to
Connor's
cover.
but Connor's gonna be the one talking.
Yeah, but this is just
I
a
don't
cover.
think that does anything.
No, well, it helps with like spit and stuff, and like other things.
Are
that
you
fly
spitting
into
into the mic? Is that
What's
something
the
we're supposed to be
splash
doing?
zone?
It's essentially a splash thing.
So
Yeah.
to explain this visual guy, we were talking about the little circular film in front of the mic.
yeah, it's just to keep the mic clean,
Okay.
Yeah. Which is
and
also
so, like in case we bump
So I
into
just
it.
learned I was
like-
supposed to have been spitting at the mic.
It's like a shield. Yeah. You should be spitting. Okay, go ahead.
okay. So here's the two stories.
Okay, so don't tell us which one is which. Obviously, go
Okay.
ahead.
One was just at A.
No, the networking event we know is
Okay.
is a real thing, so that has to be in both.
Okay. So networking events. Well, what else do I say?
How'd you meet them?
Oh, well, we met them at the networking event while we were grabbing food,
Okay.
and it was both Tanner and I. And Tanner and I were grabbing some food, and then I was talking about the podcast, how he wasn't going to come on anymore, and then one of them came up. Well, they both came up. But one of them came up and talked to me.
Stephanie or Geraldine?
This was Geraldine.
Okay.
Geraldine came up and talked to me, and she was like, "A podcast," and then we discussed how we had a podcast, and then they were very excited to come on. So
Okay. Now I go to
That's story
the next
one.
story. Story two.
story two is we were at a networking event where there was
Stephanie that came up. And
this is where Stephanie came up and talked to. This was at the networking event,
Okay.
and there was let's say there was alcohol, there was blow up things. Blow up things is in like inflatables,
Uh-huh.
and then they came up and we talked about a flag, and then mentioned the podcast. Well, she mentioned the podcast, and then I mentioned, oh, I have a podcast.
Okay.
And
So this
then-
is you're not good at the Connor. Isn't the second one obviously the fake one?
Huh?
I would say that the first one is obviously the fake one. The
You think?
second one
Well,
has
look how good
detail
I
in
am.
it
Oh,
that
you
the
think
first one doesn't.
Yeah, but for him, I think he lies with more detail.
Yeah, but
than the truth.
who would, when trying to lie, would just randomly bring up a flag with no context to it? Like
Because
usually
it's
when people
Connor.
try to come, so you're
Well,
telling me
that's a good
that
conversation starter.
Con-
Like,
con-
hey, let's talk about this. Why is the flag at half-mast? That's how a conversation starts.
that's a
usually.
terrible conversation.
conversation starter.
That is a depressing conversation, no matter what you're talking about.
Let's say-
hey,
let's say-
why is this nation taking a moment of silence for this depressing event
Yeah,
that just
but-
happened?
but
Could
like,
we talk about
The
that?
thing is, though, the way Connor and I lie, it's very detail oriented.
Well, let's say
We're very
the
good
way
at
that anyone
making up-
lies. Don't
no,
make
but
yourself-
we're very good at improving
I disagree.
specific details
Right. Well, way to be
and
humble.
thinking on the fly.
Way to be humble.
Thank you.
Let's look. Okay, let's say you're at a frat. Let's say this year's a
networking
frat
event.
party.
A networking
You're at a frat party, and then some some chicks walk up to you and say, "Why is the flag at half-mast?" That's a good
Why do they ask
conversation
you?
starter.
Yeah, why are they asking you?
I don't know, because we're attractive men of a frat party. That's what.
These
it's
guys
like,
are
it's
really
2018
humble
reversal
people.
of the roles.
Well, Tanner.
What
Yeah,
about
Tanner is an attractive guy.
Oh, Tanner,
I
yeah.
agree.
Yeah, especially with his new haircut and the cold
I haven't
sores on
seen
his-
Yeah, and the cold
the
store.
giant cold sore on his
I mean,
lip.
that's getting me going.
Yeah, a girl doesn't want to talk to a guy with a big herpes stain on his.
Oh, jeez. So, fun fact: when I told my mom earlier about this podcast, she was like, "Do you want to send me a link once it's done?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I will." I mean, on the off chance that it goes somewhere that I don't.
I'm pausing here. I'm realizing how much we talk about the podcast in the early parts of this podcast, like the early stages and the early shows of the podcast. But I don't know. I think it's fun enough because I think the banter is good enough, back and forth and whatever, and I enjoy having my friends on. But we are talking about the podcast itself a lot. So let's keep going.
Feel comfortable with you listening. We're college students and all, but I think so far we're actually doing well.
It's fine for the most
Right.
part. This show is PG-13.
It's
Right.
decent.
Because you have to pay extra for the explicit.
You
rating,
do.
right?
Yeah, you
Pay
do.
extra for
We-
it.
We insert some words.
Yeah, Connor just records a
Yeah.
bunch of curse words. And
I
then
just
we just insert them.
back when
randomly.
I was trying to be a SoundCloud rapper, and
Yeah.
I just
No,
insert
you're
words.
you're confusing yourself with Tanner.
Oh, right, of course.
So at this networking event, you eventually convinced Stephanie and Geraldine to join
Up here on the podcast.
the podcast.
Yeah.
Why? Like, what did you talk about? Because to
Well,
be
which-
honest,
which story we talking
Well,
about?
I just
Daniel
asked-
You
was
have to guess
the
which
only
one's the
reason I
real
came on
story.
this is because I'm friends with Daniel
Oh, okay.
and was like, because the podcast isn't about anything.
No.
And so I'm
It is-
confused
and you've already
how you
noticed that.
convince someone to come on a podcast that is literally just
About nothing.
college-aged kids having a conversation.
Yeah. Well, which one do you think is a real story? Is the question.
At this point, it doesn't matter. Both of them end with you convincing them to get on the podcast.
We gotta figure out the real one.
It's definitely the first one. Is the
Are we,
real
do we
one.
actually have
You
to?
actually have to guess for our listeners.
No, I think it's the second one. The second one is a good amount of detail.
Go
The
ahead.
first one is vague.
the real story is the
Neither.
second story.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We were at a frat party, and they came up to us. Tanner and I were talking.
No,
and
you
they-
said networking event.
no.
It's the same
It's a
thing.
network. It's the same thing.
You
Was
said
it?
you
Okay.
could
They
have
walked,
called
they
it a
walked
networking
up to
event.
us.
I guess I
And
didn't
then-
think that at a networking event there would be like a inflatable like blow up thing.
Yeah, and they had them. And then literally the conversation starter she had was, "Why is the flag at half mast?"
It's a terrible
That's how she started the
conversation.
conversation.
No offense to Stephanie and Geraldine, who might
No.
be listening to this
Who might
because
be.
they're going to be on those.
Yeah, they got to prepare.
But
Do they
Jesus
really do their homework?
Christ.
Did you listen to an episode before you came on?
Not. I mean, I've
You
listened
have
to
listened
parts
before,
of
yeah.
episodes. Yeah.
When you run.
Sometimes.
This guy, also the dad thing.
Oh my God.
Doesn't help. But when he runs, most people listen to music. Maybe they
Yeah.
just run by themselves, not whatever, thinking about whatever.
I can't be alone
This
with my
guy
thoughts.
picks up a newspaper
Right.
and is running with a
No,
newspaper in his hand.
no. See, that's the picture I've got to use for the Instagram.
Peter,
I
Peter
forgot
running
my
shirtless,
headphones.
with
stomach first,
just
with a
scrolling through.
newspaper, reading a
Reading the
newspaper while he's
funnies.
running. Yeah.
So the funniest. So I forgot my headphones.
Pausing here. This is a real thing. He's not denying it because he knows it's a real thing that I saw him do. It's like, why does he have a newspaper? I can't even read walking. I'm surprised he was able to read while he's running. A newspaper. A physical newspaper. Not like his phone. A physical, full-size newspaper he's running. reading. Anyway, back into the episode. We're gonna let him answer this, and then we're gonna wrap up this part 2.
And I don't deal well with being like having nothing to focus on.
Mhm.
I get bored very, very easily. And so I was running and I saw about 2-month-old newspaper on the ground. And so I picked it up and I read an editorial article talking very condescendingly to the YDSA about how they need to be less belligerent on campus or whatever. And I don't really care either way. I'm not, despite being a public policy major, I really don't have that many political opinions.
That's not true at all.
Or I keep them to myself.
Okay.
But it was just incredibly condescending towards the YDSA. I would say that the YDSA has been surprisingly successful on this campus, in that they've gained a following at all. This is Georgia Tech, a campus where politics, the most political conversation gets on this campus is that you need to vote and that there needs to be more funding for science and technology. And that's where everybody stands. And every time I bring that up, the Georgia Tech students go, yeah, I can agree with that. So that's about as far as it gets. And yet, our biggest political organization on campus is the Young Democratic Socialists of America. And you got to give them credits for that, despite the fact they do have belligerent methods.
They are very aggressive.
Right. But it gets the word out for them. And then plus the thing that happened with
Yeah, the lawsuit.
Purdue, that's a pretty big deal for them. I mean, that puts them in the national news. That
Yeah, but even when I talked to Nadia about it, she's like, oh yeah, she knows the person.
Right.
And she's like, oh, that's definitely something they would do.
Right. Like, but that's how, and this is something I guess that speaks to a broader trend. But that's how it may be frustrating, and we may not agree with it. But that's the stuff that makes it to the news. That's the stuff that makes change. And so, if you want to get into the news, you just keep antagonizing until one time a politician sort of snaps back, and then they've got an audio clip, and that can go on the news. Not saying that what Purdue did was okay at all, or is justified at all, but like, it's sort of being an antagonist definitely works if you want to get something in the national conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Pausing here. Let's wrap it up there. So, gets a little serious, but that's fine because again, Peter's a smart guy, and it's always fun listening to what he has to say. And I'll be honest, I don't remember any of these incidents. This Purdue incident, this incident at Georgia Tech or something. I don't know. I was never involved in any of that, so yeah. I did not keep up with that, but apparently Peter did because he read it in the newspaper during his run. So We're right around 36 minutes 42 seconds in the episode, so we'll kind of cut it off there. And I want to thank you all for listening. We have one more part 3. We'll wrap it all up. And I'm trying to check what time it is. We're doing okay. Okay. Have a good day, everyone.